What's up, nation? Today we are talking about Super Mario Bros. Wonder and what critics are saying now that hands-on previews are officially going live for this game. We of course are very close to the release date, less than 10 days away at the time of filming this video. And with that, Nintendo is allowing various publications online to go hands-on with the game, and we will be keeping this video spoiler free, and I will only be showing the official Nintendo promotional footage of the game. But if you go looking for it, there is a ton of different footage out there showing new snippets and details that we haven't seen so far, and there's a lot of great things being said that only helps hype up my expectations that much more as we approach this game's release. And there are now even people claiming that this game will be in the Game of the Year 2023 conversation, and it may make it to that conversation if we see it post a 90 or higher Metacritic score, which we will definitely be covering once that does indeed drop, probably a couple days before the game ultimately releases. So if you are new here, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on your bell notification. And I want to first start off with going over to Nintendo Life, where they have rounded up a number of different critic responses to early hands-on previews for Super Mario Bros. Wonder. As you can see, the following roundup: the final previews are in for Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Here's what the critics think. Wonder proves once again that Nintendo remains an incredible innovator, consistently keeping you on your toes with its ingenious mechanics and ways to play. It has also established an impressive history of rarely using the same trick twice, even within the same game. After a glimpse of the other wild stages we've seen in the latest trailer, it seems like the possibilities for the plumber and friends are endless. And that statement is coming from IGN. Then you have Vooks.net, which said, Super Mario Bros. Wonder feels like a proper new entry in the series. Wonder is possibly going to be the more-ish Mario game, and certainly the freshest and most surprising 2D Mario has felt, possibly ever. Press Start made note of how the game's frame rate remains rock solid and loves the art direction. Super Mario Bros. Wonder is visually one of the most impressive looking Mario games, donning a new artistic style. Mario and even enemies are visibly expressive, colors pop, and during all of this malarkey, the frame rate remains rock solid. While the scope and scale might not be akin to Odyssey or even Bowser's Fury, Wonder is still not to be underestimated from a presentation standpoint. Eurogamer is just as impressed with the amount of ideas on display. There are so many new ideas here, pretty much shaken into every stage like seasoning into a bag of popcorn. It can be hard at first to get your bearings. Apart from very simple rituals, levels have new purple coins alongside the gold that can be collected for prizes. There are badges that are unlocked that allow for a more special move when worn. New stages are unlocked by collecting Wonder Seeds. The game wants you to feel lost in an ever-shifting sea of gimmickry. It does, and it works. And rounding out Nintendo Life's coverage, and My Nintendo News sums it up as a revolutionary step for the series. Super Mario Bros. Wonder is without a doubt revolutionary and could very well be one of the best 2D Mario games yet. If you've been wondering whether or not you should pre-order, it's safe to say that you absolutely should. Then I want to highlight a quick headline from VGC where they say Super Mario Bros. Wonder feels like a modern Mario world. Switch's side-scroller is full of cute characters and irresistible secrets. Now, all of those statements clearly get me hyped for this game's release, but the last one from VGC making a comparison to Super Mario World on the SNES, where that's one of my favorite 2D Mario games of all time, period, in history. I just cannot wait for October 20th to get here, and I really think that this is one for most Nintendo Switch owners to not miss out on. Everything that we've been shown from official footage from Nintendo is already fantastic, but it sounds like that is only touching the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the content that is actually within this game. The depths to trying to 100% this game and actually get everything there is to unlock definitely seems like it will be quite a challenge, and I think it will be a lot more gameplay than most people would expect from a 2D style platforming game in the modern day. You talk about the badges system, where legitimately the abilities and how your characters interact with each stage drastically change depending on which badge you have equipped. I did see one quick snippet online of people starting to do speed runs with the speed badge equipped, and that is very exciting to me because of course it changes the speed so drastically of Mario that you're going to be able to go through a stage significantly quicker. And can you just use any badge in any stage? That's how it seems to be from all of the promotional footage. I will say that we are at a point with this game, just a quick warning for you all, that This will probably leak online within the upcoming days if it hasn't done so already at the time of filming this video. I haven't seen any World 8 spoilers or end of the game spoilers. I don't even know if it ends at World 8. I would assume it does. They showed 1 through 7 lands. I'm assuming that Bowser Wondercraft will probably be like a final world in and of itself. But if you're really wanting to go into this game spoiler free in terms of not knowing what to expect in the latter part of the game, I would start to go into dark mode. Other than I will keep it official with everything we talk about here on this channel, but you're going to start to see a lot of content pop up online, potentially revealing some later stages, because unfortunately with every major Nintendo Switch game that gets a retail release, meaning it's sold on regular store shelves, you're going to have to worry about that game falling off the back of a truck somewhere or in transportation to a local retailer. Somebody will pocket some copies, sell them online for a profit, and then somebody will ultimately leak that copy through a hacked Nintendo Switch, dump the file. Once it's a ROM, you get the picture, anybody can download it, people will download it, and they will start to share and talk about it on all of the various social media platforms. So if you don't want to be spoiled, kind of go into lockdown mode just a little bit with this game. But if you just stop and look around what is being said about this from previews, claiming things like this has a shot at Game of the Year, I don't necessarily think it's winning Game of the Year. To tackle that conversation real quick, we also had games this year like Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and I also think that Baldur's Gate 3 is actually going to be up there due to its rave reviews and what people are saying online about it. And it would be a shock to see a 2D platformer in the modern day ever walk away with a Game of the Year award, but I do think that even being close to being in that conversation is a massive achievement to begin with, because people are really claiming that this is a true evolution of 2D Mario. That's what I felt like it was from what Nintendo showed us from the initial trailers and of course the deep dive direct, but it seems like we haven't seen anything yet. So if you haven't pre-ordered a copy and you're a fan of 2D Mario gameplay, don't wait too much longer. This is going to be a really fun one, and that's where I want to hear from you guys at this point in the video. Your personal thoughts and opinions on everything you've been seeing talked about for Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and the great news around all of the various reviews that are coming out now with the preview hands-on footage. Are you excited more or less for this game than you were when we found out about it at that June-September Direct? Are you somebody who is going to actually wait for the Metacritic review scores to hit before you decide if you're going to make this as a purchase decision for your Switch collection? Or are you somebody who's already sold on the game and you'll be picking it up either on day one or as soon as you can afterwards? And lastly, let me know how you feel about the online play features in this game and how you personally feel how Nintendo implemented it, because I have definitely seen some back and forth online. I really wanted local co-op to be played the same as online co-op, and it's entirely different. You can kind of link up and join into the same room and world with other online players, but you definitely can't traverse through the game entirely natively like you would if you were sitting down doing couch co-op with somebody. It's definitely something that I hope we see Nintendo maybe patch in and update, but I would love to hear your perspective on that as well, and whether or not that's a missing feature for you or one that you may have not used either way. But regardless of your thoughts and feelings on everything we talked about today, I do look forward to hearing from you all in the comments down below before you leave the video, as I do look forward to getting a back and forth conversation started with you all around these topics. Go watch yesterday's video next if you haven't already, which is on screen right now. Also make sure you like, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next video.